Hey YouTube, Bob here. Got another package from Japan, which I'm going to unbox for you shortly, and then afterwards I'm going to be going into just a little bit of my thoughts, opinions, and impressions about using the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which I unboxed and did a system transfer for in a couple of my more recent videos. So if you want to, you can check those out. They're in the link in the video descriptions for this one. So let's take a look. This is a package from Japan, even though it's in FedEx bag here. I'm going to cut that bag open. And voila, you see that. It is another package from PlayAsia.com. And the funny part is that in my unboxing video for the new Nintendo 3DS from Japan, one of my subscribers actually called this one in the comments on that video and actually predicted that this is something that I was going to be getting. And I didn't get everything that he or she said was going to be in this package, but I did get two of the things, so I'm going to see what those are. I'm actually surprised that they both fit in this box. Hopefully they're both in there. Nicely packaged. Out of the bag. And boom! As you can see, is the charging cradle for both the new Nintendo 3DS and the new Nintendo 3DS XL, or the LL as it's known in Japan. And these chargers actually take on quite a bit of a different form factor than those for the original 3DS and 3DS XL. And that's evidenced right away just by the packaging. This is why I was surprised that these two boxes fit inside the PlayAsia box, because I was expecting them to work more along the lines of the original ones. If we take a look here, this is my original 3DS and my original 3DS XL. You can see the chargers are more like a soap dish. The actual console just rests in a tray and makes the connection for the charge up top here. And it looks like for these newer models, the console is going to sit in it vertically. So let's take a look and see how that's going to work. We'll go chronologically here. We'll open up the one for the new Nintendo 3DS. And looks like it's going to open up this way. Kind of a strange way to do that. I thought for sure it'd open on this side, but no, it opens up long ways. And this one is white, matches the color of my new Nintendo 3DS, Japan only, unfortunately. And what's going on here? This almost looks Apple style. Looks like there's an additional retainer tray in here. Let's see. Nope. I was thinking that like Apple products for iPods and such, that you could use this for the original 3DS just by putting in a different retainer tray that would adjust the size. But no, that's not the case. Looks like the charger is going to plug in here underneath, and then the cord gets fed through this little hole. And then the actual console, where the charger is on the back. So, let's see. Looks like it fits in just like that. And that little cutout there reveals the charge light. Very nice. There's also a little button here. Looks like it raises the contacts there when you put the system down. I guess that's so if these were constantly sticking up, maybe you could touch them by mistake and give yourself a little bit of a zap. Even though I don't imagine it would be anything too serious, but hey, might as well avoid it if possible. So there's the charging stand for the new Nintendo 3DS. Let's take a look at the same thing now for the new Nintendo 3DS XL. And I'm not sure if these are available for the US versions. Typically with these types of products where Nintendo doesn't anticipate there's going to be much of a need or a demand, they make them available very quietly on their Nintendo online store on their website. They haven't been bringing things like this out out to retail. The same can be said for the charging cradle for the 3DS XL. This was only available either on Club Nintendo. You could get a neat color version. You know, there were several primary colors, or you could get the standard black on their online store, but never at retail from my experience. So let's take a look at the charging stand for the XL. Definitely quite a bit longer to accommodate the form factor of that console, and I'm assuming that the procedure is going to be the same. Just going to insert it like that. Very nice. Alright, so as promised, I'm going to be taking a look at the new Nintendo 3DS XL, because this is the one that I've been playing with, because unfortunately we didn't get the new Nintendo 3DS here. And I'm just going to give you some of my initial thoughts and opinions on actually using the console, because in the unboxing and the system transfer, that just isn't really the point of those videos. So first of all, you open up the console. Oops! Forgot about that. I'm in the middle of a new game of Link Between Worlds. But hey, that'll lead me right into my my first comment is the volume is fantastic. I would say it's on par with the original 3DS. And when you're playing with it all the way up, you can actually feel little vibrations from the speakers, which I remember being impressed with the original 3DS. Not so much with the Nintendo 3DS XL. The volume on here is terrible. If you have any hope of hearing it in an environment with a lot of ambient noise, you're definitely going to have to use headphones. So, number one, Pro, the volume is fantastic. Number two, and my most favorite thing about this new console, is the improved stability of the 3D graphics. This camera right here takes a look at your eyes and locks onto them. And the neat thing about this is you can actually feel, or see rather, you can't feel it. You can see the moment when the camera locks onto your eyes and it stabilizes the image for you. It's really kind of a neat feeling because you feel like you're more in control. And you don't have to hold the console at a very particular angle. So, Nintendo, good on you. You did a fantastic job with that image stabilization. The only thing is, I wish they could have done it right out of the box. I understand that the 3DS was, it was very expensive when it was first launched, and this additional camera, no doubt, would have probably significantly increased the price. But it just seems like Nintendo has a habit, at least with the Wii, and its Motion Plus accessory, and now the 3DS with the stabilized 3D, they re-release it and they're like, oh no, wait a minute, what we had was good, but what we really meant to give you was this. And I just think that the 3DS, the 3D graphics would have been much more well received and rated overall if we were able to have this stable imaging. But oh well, better late than never. I'm definitely gonna go back and enjoy some games that I played in 2D originally, now in 3D, because it's a lot easier to maintain that. What else I like about this version of the console is the home button is a lot easier to press. It actually feels like you're pressing it. The home button on the 3DS XL, it was almost, there wasn't any give to it. It would always work when you pushed it, but you just didn't get that feel that you had actually pushed it. As far as the C-Stick goes, the only game that I have that would use it really is Smash Brothers for 3DS. And to be honest with you, I'm not really feeling using the C-Stick for doing the smash attack. That may be just because I've already trained myself to use the circle pad and the attack button, but I think that's the way I prefer to do it. It's nice that this is around now for Smash Brothers, but I prefer to use the traditional way of doing the smash attacks. I don't yet have Majora's Mask for 3DS, and that's a story unto itself that you'll be hearing in a future video, so I'm not sure how well this works with the camera yet on that game, but I hear it's pretty good. Something else about the physical features of this console is some people have asked me in the comments about the wobble on the top screen here, and there always has been a little bit of wobble. It's nothing significant. As a matter of fact, I think it may even be better than the original 3DS XL. Some people have been saying that side to side there's a little bit of give, and I don't know if you can hear that or not. I'll put it right up to the mic. That's me pushing the top half back and forth with my 2 index fingers. And yeah, there's a little bit of give, but I think there needs to be. You know, you wouldn't want to have the plastic grinding on the sides there. So as far as the wobble goes, it's fine. I have no issues. I don't know if people are having more issues than others with their particular console. One thing that I like a lot better is the sound and the feel of the clicking when you lower it and raise it. If you hear that, it sounds a lot more padded almost. If we take a look at the original 3DS XL, it's a lot more clicky, which I don't care for. I mean, I didn't notice it or mind it, but now that I've seen how it works with the new Nintendo 3DS XL, I much prefer that. Let's take a look at the wobble. Yeah, this one's a lot more wobbly, and maybe it's because I've used it more. That could definitely be. And as far as side to side, yeah, there's that give. I just think that's part of having, you know, a clamshell type console. There isn't too much you can get around in those regards. And the last thing I wanted to mention about the features of this console here, or one of the last things, is the processing speed. And that is something that is immediately noticeable on games like Smash Brothers. The processing, the game loads a lot quicker. It's much improved and very much appreciated. One of the biggest things I do not like about this console, however, in addition to this being the only new 3DS that we have here, is the stylus. The stylus, to me, you know, it just feels like it's made out of cheap plastic. It is 2 pieces, and I mentioned a similar thing with the stylus on the 3DS XL. It does feel cheaper than other styluses Nintendo has provided with 3D products, but this one, the one for the new Nintendo 3DS XL, it's smaller, it feels very light and insignificant in your hands, and I don't really care for that. And I also don't like the location. I understand physically it had to be located here, but me being a right-handed person, it was really nice just to go whoosh, right out the right-hand side there and grab the stylus. And so there you have it. Those are all 4 iterations of the Nintendo 3DS hardware, barring, of course, the Nintendo 2DS, resting comfortably in their charging stands. Of course, some from Japan, because, you know, that's the only place, I think, at least for now, you can get the charging stands. And unfortunately for us here in the United States, can't even get the new Nintendo 3DS, which, you know, to be honest with you, 100% honest, I would be using this one if it were available in the United States. I like the smaller form factor, and I like the customizable faceplates. But, oh well, you get what you get. So, let's go ahead and get these where they belong now on my entertainment center. And from left to right here, see, we have the new Nintendo 3DS XL and the new Nintendo 3DS resting comfortably in their new chargers. And you'll probably notice I have a bag over the new Nintendo 3DS in the front there, and that's for 2 reasons. Number one, once I stop using a handheld frequently, I put a bag over it, just because dusting these things every week or every 2 weeks or every 6 months or so, like I used to, becomes a big pain. So I just put a bag over them to protect them, keep the dust off. And one thing I noticed is that the way that these new Nintendo 3DSs rest in the charging cradles, the cartridge slot is exposed. So if you don't have a game card in there, dust could collect. So you want to be careful with that. Probably want to have a game card in there if you're going to be using these. But anyway, there they are, the new Nintendo 3DSs in their charging cradles. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you later.